Good morning, students. I am PK sir, and from today we are going to revise the lesson for your pre-midterm examinations. And you have only two chapter for the history subject, so we will do revise the very first chapter. The chapter name is From Hunting Gathering to Growing Food. Got it? Now, okay. So the very first point you can see the earliest people. Why were they on the move? Now we know about the people who lived in the subcontinent in the earlier time, like 2 million years ago. That means 20 lakh years ago. Now we describe them as the hunter gatherer because they did not know any other work, only knew that hunting and gathering, and this was their only the survival process. Okay. Now they different kind of hunted different kind of wild animals and gathered fruits, or different kind of food items also. Now hunter gatherer moved from place to place because of the following reason. I have written some reasons. Please follow the lines. Hunter gatherer, if stayed at one place for a long time, definitely the food items of that particular place would not be available. Maybe plant available, plant and animal species, for both. Got my point? Point number two, you can say that animals, actually wild animals, were and are also moving from place to place. So that's why people also had to move on from one place to another place to get that the meat. No. Point number three, people may have moved from season to season. Actually, season wise, you know that the plant species or fruits, you can get the fruits season wise. So when season will be would be over, they change the places. Point number four, actually people living on their bank, would have had to go in search of the water during the dry seasons from their places. Definitely, actually the hunter gatherer societies were living very near to the bank of the river. Water resources are very much needed, na? So that's why when during the summer time the resources of the water had been finished, they moved from one place to another place. So these are the four reasons actually why were they on the move. Now coming to the second point, how do we know about the peoples? So many things are there, and it is very difficult to say that exact information how we will get. But definitely our archaeologists. What do you mean by archaeologists? Who are working to find out the truth about our ancestors. Okay, from the remains of their things, like maybe cloth, maybe different kind of usable things, pottery, bow and arrow, or different kind of things. So these are the words of the archaeologists. So archaeologists have found some of the things of the hunter gatherers, because hunter gatherer also made some kind of things like stone tools. We have found wood and bone object also belong to that particular period have been found. you know so in this way you can say, or in this way our historian and the archaeologist find out about these people. Okay, point number two, stone tools actually were used to cut meat and bones, or scrap bark from the trees, hides. That means they wanted the animal skins to protect from the seasons, chop fruit and root. So these stone tools were very much important for them, and other tools also were used to chop wood. So in this way, when we are getting that kind of evidences from the places, then definitely by the scientific examination you can say that in that time that people were hunter gatherer, or food grower. So in this way you can define. Understood? Okay. Now coming to the next point. Now choosing a place to live in. That means in that time, in the earlier time, they had choose the particular places. Definitely, they choose that particular places for several reasons. Like right now you are living in the Arambak. Why you are living in the Arambak? Because why you are not living in the villages? Because so many facilities are available in the Arambak. So that's why you have choose the place now Arambag. Similarly, in that time, hunter-gatherer choose the places where they were living due to several reasons. Like we feel prefer places to live in the places if some kind of availability are there. Like near the sources of the water, you can find out or you can tell near the source of the water or the rivers or the lakes. Okay, and people try to find places where good quality of stone was easily available because they had to make the stone tools for their survival process, is it? So because they knew only the hunting and gathering, so for the hunting stone tools are were very very important. So where this kind of sources are available, they lived there for a long time. Okay, now you know uh, regarding this, we have find out different kind of rock paintings. Suppose in the India, in Madhya Pradesh state, there is a area Bhimbedka. Okay, if you visit the place Bhimbedka, you can find out the rock painting. And from this rock painting belong to almost 40,000 years ago. And from this rock painting, you can easily assume what kind of processions or what kind of survival process was there for them, or simply how they lived the life. Rock painting are very very important sources to reconstruct the history of the hunter gatherer. Understood? And in your book there is a map. You can find out easily some important archaeological sites where hunter gatherers were living. Got my point? Now, the next point, or you can say the last point for today's topic, for to, for today, that is the finding about the fire. How would you get? When we are researching, when we are doing the work regarding or to find out the history of the hunter gatherer, we have got traces of the ash. Okay, so traces of the ash means definitely some people burn some things. So that's why now as you can find out. So people in that time definitely invented the fire. They knew how to use the fire. Okay, so in this way we have found that we got to know that hunter gatherer peoples or the societies definitely invented the fire, and they knew about the fire, and it was used for different purposes. Point number one, as a source of light, definitely. Point number two, to roast meat. Before that, before inventing the fire, actually hunter gatherer peoples used to take the meat and eat it. Okay, but it was totally unhealthy. That's why their lifespan was not so good, only 25 years or 30 years. But when they invented the fire, they learned to roast the meat, so it was been easy, you know it was easy for the digestive system. And everyone know about that. Every animals or the wild animals had the you know you know you know had no dare to touch the fire, because it was too scary for them. So hunter gatherer use the fire for this kind of purposes, because during the winter time fire helped them to keep warm. Got my point? And in the evening time or in the night time also, they took rest in the cave area without any problems, because to scare away from the wild animals this fire, and definitely source of light. So it created or it brought the first revolution, you can say. It was a very much important invention for the human civilizations. Got my point? Now, in which places you are finding about the sources of the history, so that kind of places are known as the sites. SITES. Understood? So I hope your that PB ma'am, have given lots of informations regarding this chapter. Definitely, though I am revising this lesson. If you have any queries, any problems regarding this chapter, definitely you should contact to me. You have my WhatsApp number, and regarding any questions, anything are there, definitely you can WhatsApp me. Okay. So for today, I'm finishing these video lessons. Thank you very much.